Well, initially, I set it up actually on the 1st of April. And what had happened, I'm in business, and like everybody else, the business got closed down. Went home and thought, what am I going to do now? It's like the world stopped and we've had to get off. And I was in a pretty good position because I've got a garden and I've got a house and I was okay. But I was thinking about different people who, they've got nothing to do. They're in an apartment. I have a lot to do with the Parkinson's Society, and I know they're vulnerable. And I'd heard people that were concerned with different things, and it was ongoing. So I suddenly thought, what are we going to do here? And I noticed there was a page in the UK, being honest. And I popped on it and sent it to all my friends. But it didn't suit the Isle of Man. It was all about UK. It was all about government. It was all political. People were fighting and arguing. And I thought, that's not what we want. We want a positive page that keeps everybody going. And a friend of mine, Tracy, got in touch and said, how about we start a page? And I said, I don't know. It's a lot of work. I don't know what to do, And then Elena got in touch with me and she said the same. And I thought, right, that's it. We've got to do this. So I just did it without even thinking about it. And I didn't know where it was going to go. And I had no clue that it was going to grow so vast. I mean, we've got over 8,000 ladies now.
Wow.
And they're still growing. Even after lockdown, after we've opened up, it still continues to grow. And the comments are flying in. Everybody loves it. It's like a lifeline to them. And, it's really has been a big, massive success.
And the demographic of people as well.
Yeah. And a few people have asked me, is it Manx? Is it Manx people? And, you get figures every month, so I go in and have a look. And it is. It's, so we had 8,000 and it's running at 7,850. There are a few people that are attached to the Isle of Man, or their heart is in the Isle of Man, and they've asked, is it okay, my mum lives there, my auntie lives there, can we join Karen? And I'm like, of course you can. If your heart is in the Isle of Man, or you spend a lot of time in the Isle of Man, yes, definitely. So there are a few people, and the question has been asked, is the people that aren't Manx? Well, the people live in Canada that are Manx. There are a few on the page, I know.
We get everywhere, us Manxies. We do, don't we?
Yeah, they do. They're all over, aren't they? Everywhere you go, you bump into a Manx person.
So true.
That is definitely true, yeah,
it
definitely
is,
true.
It is.
Yeah. And there's such a mix of different posts on there as well.
Yeah, I looked yesterday knowing that I was coming here just to see where we're at. And over the last 28 days, I was amazed to see how active the page is. We have 7,813 active members out of 8,000 and odd, because my phone won't tell me what the odd number is. And it's growing every single day. So I know it's well into over 8,000 now. So 7,800 active members. And that made me think, how many posts? Well, in the last 28 days, 3,100 posts.
In the last 28 days?
Have been put on that site.
Wow.
And, that's not just me. Hats off to all the ladies, because that's their contribution. I mean, I must have put on about 400. I do put quite a lot on. But the rest is down to these ladies all coming together and all supporting one another and all bringing their bit in. And it's absolutely lovely. And also, amazing, 163k post comments.
Gosh, that's so many,
Isn't that
isn't it?
amazing?
Just shows that interaction,
It's
and that people
amazing.
really do actually read and get involved
and
with
even
it.
to this day, even though lockdown's gone, sort of, it's not over, because it's not over till the borders open. But even though people are back at work, it's amazing to see. To be honest, it dropped a tiny bit when everybody went back to work, but it's picked up again. And the busy times are between 8 and 9 and 6 o'clock till midnight. So people are coming home from work and jumping on and go, let's see what's going on. A bit of a banter, a bit of a laugh. And it's I'm really, really pleased. Everybody loves it. Yeah.
And I think there's this great line here about you were asking, what do you love most about the page, and what's your funniest or your most favourite post? I know that had gone up there, and there's some really lovely answers, actually. I think it just sort of sums up what it's all about and, why people get involved in these things. There's one saying there's always a lovely balance of discussion. It's supportive, it's informative, it's emotional, and that's what makes it interesting. You get that mix of things. It's not, it's not just a comedy thing. It's not just Monitor's Deadly Series. You can go there and have a lot of different feelings about it. This one definitely chimes with me in that... one lady said, when someone confesses they've done something idiotically, we can all identify with it. I mean, that's definitely me.
Hilarious.
I mean, I didn't make that post, but I mean, I love it exactly when you do something. Oh no, I must be the only person to be this stupid. And then I've done that.
Yeah.
And that always makes you feel great about it as well. And there's positive comments which is lovely because
Yes.
Lord knows the number of places you go where you get these negative comments and trolls and Lord knows what. And it's lovely to have a place where you can just get positive comments about people saying, yeah, come on, we can be positive about it. And the love shown when someone tells us they're struggling for any reason. So it's so nice to know you're not alone. And one final one here, which again I identify with whenever we're going through a really tough time. And it's always said this thing, isn't it? Whenever you have something that's really bad, something really good comes out of it. And someone says, just knowing that through something so horrific, the whole pandemic and the COVID outbreak, and the people have lost loved ones and lost their businesses and such like, there's always something good comes out of it.
Oh, that's so
Always,
true.
yeah. And that's
there
how
is.
positive. I mean, they've laughed and they've cried together because people have lost people as well, and that's how bonded people are. It's absolutely amazing. I've got a woman here who says it's her comfort blanket.
Yeah,
We've got a
that's a nice
lady,
word.
yeah, she used to, we were putting Spot the Difference on, just a tiny thing like that. And she said every morning she waits with her daughter with coffee for the Spot the Difference to come online, and they sit and do it together.
Oh, see, this is one of those things that social media can have a super positive.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's
definitely.
the thing. So it's just sort of utilising it in the right way, isn't it? But it does amaze me how you come up with all the ideas, because you've really you do really get those brilliant ideas that do engage people.
I don't know how. You just go with the flow, and it just seems to come. But I think I'm a dab hand now at spotting things. I think, oh, that, and that, and I'll balance that with that. And I don't really think much about it. I just do it. But like I said, the other ladies are all involved as well.
Yeah.
It's not just about me. So, they've all got their own personalities, and the mix together.
Mhm.
It works. It works absolutely amazing, actually.
There is that question, which, I mean, it's obvious that some people would have asked this, but, sort of why just ladies?
Why? I don't know, because I work with men, and I've worked with men for 8 years. And they're all feeling pretty left out now that they know I'm on the radio today. And they say, you've deserted us, Karen, you've deserted us. So I think it's because I am a woman myself, basically. And I found myself at home, and I thought, what am I going to do? And I just went with what felt right. I think women are more emotional. So I think they're more likely to open up. So it's like, if somebody's got something going on, a woman will pour it out. A man will keep it to himself. I think. I haven't got a definitive answer, actually.
We can ask H. Is that true, H?
You know what? I think it is generally. I mean, all these things are sort of generalisms, aren't they, on a rule of thumb? But I think as a rule of thumb, I would say that's correct, yeah.
I think maybe as well, personally, I have to say, part of it is sort of safe space. Because, for instance, one of the posts that really attracted my attention in there, and we've not got around to it yet, but we're hoping to do a podcast about this, is there was a super popular post all about the menopause.
Yeah.
And it was someone who was asking for advice about the menopause. And they may not have put that in a page that was
Yes.
open to both men
Yeah.
and women. And it is gender specific.
It is.
Obviously, a
It is.
question like that. And so it's just that idea, I think, maybe, isn't it? That
It is.
there are
That's
certain
safe
things that,
space.
yeah,
It's a
and
safe
that
space. Yeah.
perhaps other women in the group would understand and appreciate things more, whereas obviously we are different genders when it comes down to it, and
Well,
there
we have
are
different
differences.
issues, don't
Yeah.
we? We have different things to contend with throughout life. Different illnesses, different body parts, and
Yeah.
So yes, it is gender
Exactly.
related, yes.